This is Kevin Cassis for IFLTV. We're at PWR Gym here in Tilbury. Delighted to be joined by Fetti. How are you, mate?
All good, thank you. Thank you for doing the interview, Cook. Appreciate you coming down here.
No problem whatsoever. So we'll just kind of check this situation. Adam Hart and Rick McFarlane told me you had a completely different nationality, which I was going to address in the interview, but I thought I'd check with you first. But I think they wanted me to, basically stitch you up there.
Yeah, it's a friendly environment, let's call it. Yeah, I think stitch you up is the easiest way of saying it. Yeah, I'm definitely not what they said I was, but we'll go with it.
We're not going to give them the clout for this, all right? We're not going to name the nationality. I'll tell you what, drop the nationality in the comments. Right, Christian, 6-0 for you so far. Yeah. Turned over, obviously, with Queensbury and Frank Warren. Why Queensbury? Why Frank Warren was the best option for you?
I think they build their prospects really well. Obviously, when I went and met Frank, he spoke really highly of what we're going to do, what our plans are, and all things like that. And truth be told, I just like the feel of Queensbury and how they treated me when I went there. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like they're going to carry my career the best, and I look forward to going onwards and upwards with Queensbury.
Yeah. We just got off on the wrong foot because you told me he was a certain nationality. He's not. You're a prick. Fuck off. Go on. Go. That tickled him. That tickled him.
He's over the move himself, isn't he?
When he watches it back, he'll know that he didn't get anywhere with that. Frank Warren's got a remarkable history of, and he's known as the best man in the game for kind of bringing up talent and turning them into champions, etc. So, yeah, you're in safe hands.
Yeah, like you say, he's got the history of doing it. He's obviously, a lot of fighters went with him that were nothing, and then he built them into something. So, like you say, he builds fighters really well, and like I say, I'm looking forward to him doing that with my career.
Before you jump, obviously, back onto your promoters' bills, you've got a fight coming up in February on the 28th, is that right?
Yeah, correct, yeah. So I've got a fight on the Nielsen show on the 28th of February. It'll be my first title fight, so it's a Youth Commonwealth. And yeah, I'm over the moon for that, to be fair. I'm looking right forward to it.
Christian, just for people that don't know, I get completely why people have had kind of your amount of pro fights and that kind of experience, that you want to be as active as possible. So if there is an opportunity to jump on some of these other cards, and it happens, matchroom fighters have done it. I think Jimmy Sains did it recently on one of Johnny Clark's shows. So on a top tier show. So if it makes sense, then you're getting your fight, you're getting your rounds or whatever. So it's a win-win for everyone. I
think, like you say, for us young fighters, especially like I'm only 23, so I'm a baby in the game per se, it's just about getting out, getting as much experience as possible. And if you can jump on these other cards and gain that experience from somewhere else, at the end of the day, it's just the amount of rounds you get under your belt, innit? So, yeah, like you say, getting out as often as possible is probably the most important thing, and that's what I aim to do.
I am being told you are a remarkable ticket seller. Correct?
Yeah, I do well on tickets. I do think that is from my real background. I think I do well on the tickets based on that. So, yeah. Like you say, I do well on tickets. Obviously, to everyone that does buy a ticket, I wouldn't be what it is without them. So what can I sit here and say? It all goes to them. So thank you for that. Everyone that buys a ticket, don't go unnoticed at all. Every single person.
Well, listen, if you can sell tickets and fight, you're winning, aren't you?
I'm trying. I can definitely sell tickets, and we're getting to the fighting part. It's just about gaining the experience, like you said earlier.
So, as I mentioned, 6-0 for you at the moment. I'm assuming at some point this year you're going to go for some kind of title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I've got the Youth Commonwealth end of Feb, and then onwards and upwards from there. Obviously, I'd like to go English, British, so on and so forth. And yeah, traditional route per se. That's what would be a dream of mine. It's been a dream since I was a kid, so that's the plan. Yeah,
I was talking to Frankie Wood about this, about whether fighters now, I suppose it's all about opportunity and whether, but it has become a little bit lost of going for the area to the English to then I suppose, Commonwealth, then British, or British and Commonwealth were roughly the same time. But you want to do things like the conventional way.
Of course, yeah, like you say, it has got a bit lost in the conventional route, if that's what you want to call it, but I feel like it's each milestone. It's about collecting each milestone, building up, and like you say, there's stepping stones towards it, and you have to get through them to get to the next bit.
Right, I'm not going to ask you to call anyone out, but I want you to tell me a fight before your 15th fight that you would like to have, or you can see happening. It's not calling someone out, it's not the same. But just there must be a name out there that you think, do you know what, within the next kind of 8-9 fights, I could see myself possibly fighting that person, or I'd like to fight that person.
Everyone always says, obviously, me and Tom in the same weight class, we're around the same age, we've shared rounds sparring. He's a
Tom Welland,
yeah, he's a lovely kid, like we get on well, but we're on the same trajectory. My debut, he was fighting, and listen, like I say, he's a class fighter, but at the end of the day, we're on the same trajectory. We're both going for the same thing at some point, so like we're both at the level and we're both going for the British. It is what it is. Yeah. It will be what it will be. That's the game we chose, huh?
When that fight does happen, if it does happen, then people play this back, and this is where it all started.
Yeah. Exactly that. This is the root cause.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right, Christian, much appreciate your time. Have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
I'd like to just say a quick shout out to everyone that does buy a ticket. Like I say, it doesn't go without you lot and everyone that's sponsoring me on the journey. Again, much appreciated. Nothing would be happening without you lot. Thank you to everyone that does buy a ticket and sponsor.
Christian, much appreciate your time, and no doubt we'll catch up with you ahead of your next fight in February.
Thank you, Coogan. Appreciate you coming.